There's a question that I've been getting asked a lot, if you can tell by the title, and I'm going to answer it best to my ability. What is up, Finn fans? Yes, if you could tell by the title, I get this question asked a lot by both sides of the spectrum when it comes to Tua Tagovailoa. And I thought, why not answer it, right? I've been breaking down film after film after film after film, going through all of the all 22 game film. This video that you guys will be getting of the Tua rookie season film breakdown is going to be very in-depth, very long. So I hope you guys enjoy it. It's probably going to be about 40 minutes. But I got through 3 games and it took me forever. So I understand more where people are coming from. So I thought, why not talk about this, right? And then I'm going to give you guys my Super Bowl prediction, who I think is going to the Super Bowl. I got the spread, all that stuff. Before we jump into that, I really have to shout out my guys at Patch Vibes. They have been absolutely killing it with putting out this merchandise. If you didn't see yet, they have one of these, but in metal. So it's a pin. What? So be sure to go over there, patchvibes.com, use the promo code FREEPATCH. You get yourself the 25th anniversary patch with your purchase. So let's jump into this video, right? Why are the Miami Dolphin fans so critical of Tua Tagovailoa? And it's critical in any aspect. You could take critical as in overcritical of, analyzing little tidbits of what he does and being done with him too soon, or critical as in you think he's the next coming of whoever you believe in. And I'm going to answer this to best to my ability, right? It's going to be a wide range, right? I'm not going to talk about one side or the other as much, right? But let's just jump into it. I waste too much time. I'm already, a minute something in? I haven't even talked about it yet. So why are we so critical of Tua? For the people that the people who want to move on already, right? Kids played 10 games? Done. Want to move on. And I get this a lot from people who really like Tua, want to give Tua a chance. Why? Well, I can understand where they're coming from in an aspect of they want instant gratification. They want instant success because it's been 22. I'll say that one more time. 22 different starting quarterbacks since Dan Marino retired in 1999. 22 different quarterbacks. So they want that instant gratification. They want that instant success. I want my first round pick to hit because it's been 22 different quarterbacks. I could raffle down the list. I could put it here scrolling, but it would just break our hearts more and more of the amount of quarterbacks we've had from some decent ones. Chad Pennington, Jay Fiedler. You can hate him or not, but he was decent. Ryan Tannehill, to what did we do? John Beck, Pat White. I could go down the list of what did we do names. So that's one of the reasons why it's the quarterback position for the Miami Dolphins is just such a critical thing because we had it. We had Dan Marino. Patriot fans are going to start feeling this. Patriot fans are going to be searching and searching and searching and searching for that quarterback. And all they're going to keep wanting to do is replace Tom Brady. It's going to happen. It's not like, oh, we'll see. No. Whoever the next quarterback for the New England Patriots next season is going to be compared to Tom Brady, and on and on and on. Rookies, drafted, free agents. Tom Brady. Is he Tom Brady? Look what Tom Brady did. Why are they doing Tom Brady? So for Dolphin fans, it's always been we had a Hall of Famer, one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time, and now we consistently Brian Greasy, Ray Lucas, Jay Fiedler, Chad Pennington, AJ Feely, John Beck, Pat White, Sage Rosenfeld, Gus Frerotte. I can keep going. Ryan Tannehill, Matt Moore, just the Dante Culpepper. It's just the list goes on and on. So I understand. Also, a lot of people are critical of Tua, and a lot of people are critical of what he's done because we don't want to miss out again, right? With Ryan Tannehill, we had him for 7 years. There was a ton of potentials to trade up and get or draft quarterbacks that we just passed on because let's give Tannehill another year. Let's give Tannehill the weapons. Let's give Tannehill this. We missed out on Patrick Mahomes. We missed out on Josh Allen. We missed out on Deshaun Watson. There's a ton of quarterbacks I can name that we missed out on because we thought, let's give Tannehill more time. Let's not trade up for these quarterbacks. Let's not potentially draft these quarterbacks. We have our guy. And then Tannehill is an anomaly, right? Tannehill is playing fantastic with the Tennessee Titans. Why didn't he do that with the Dolphins? Because the Dolphins didn't have the offensive line or the run game. They didn't put the stuff together like Tennessee already had. They tried to. A bunch of times they tried to, bringing in Mike Wallace, bringing in Brandon Albert, bringing in all these players, drafting Pouncey, drafting, Juwan James, drafting all these players that just didn't pan out. So Dolphin fans, look at that, right? We missed out. We missed out on Ryan Tannehill. And we missed out on other quarterbacks. But not even waiting for Ryan Tannehill. But also because we could have had Drew Brees. Could have had Matt Ryan. We could have had Aaron Rodgers. And people say, well, how could we have had Aaron Rodgers? He fell so far in that draft. Miami Dolphins could have traded back up into the first. They could have took him instead of Ronnie Brown. He fell and fell and fell. Same thing with Matt Ryan. Jake Long or Matt Ryan was the big discussion. Drew Brees. We all know about Drew Brees. But there's that, right? So a lot of people are so critical of Tua Tagovailoa because of what could have been. Hey, man, we can't sit on this kid for so long because what could have been? We can miss out. We can miss out on this stuff. There's also, unfortunately, the hype of the fifth overall pick, the fifth overall pick, right? The media hyped him up before his injury. He's a can't miss prospect. He's going to be great in the NFL. But they've done that doing it with Trevor Lawrence. What happens if Trevor Lawrence falls on his face? They've done it with a ton of prospects. Matt Leinart was supposed to be a can't miss prospect. He ended up not being great. But then there are the can't miss prospects that ended up being really good. Andrew Luck, unfortunately, he wanted to take care of his body more than anything. There's a lot going into that, but being the fifth overall pick, there was that hype, right? There was the hype that went around him from some of the fan base, from the media, and it put this expectation on Tua, right? Well, if he's the fifth overall pick, why isn't he starting day one? Well, because he's not ready, because there's no offseason. He just had a major hip injury, hasn't done football in a year. Yeah, Doug, but you're just making up excuses for him. But am I wrong? The only reason, I almost said Gus Frerotte, the only reason Herbert went in there is because the doctor punctured Tyrod Taylor's lung. It's a good mistake for the Chargers. Herbert ended up being a fantastic rookie, but if he was on the Dolphins, I think he would have waited until week 6 too to put, Herbert in. And that's the other thing. A lot of people want, hey, Herbert went the pick after. We should have went for Herbert, blah, 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 blah. Right? But there's that hype on both ends of the spectrum, right? You had the hype from the media. You had the love of the fans. You had the fans clamoring, 2 at 5, 2 at 5, 2 at 5, 2 at 5. So it put this pressure, put this expectation on Tua, right? But you could look at it on the other way, right? There's a lot of quarterbacks that there was expectations put on them, and they panned out. So why are we so critical of Tua after everything I said, right? It's the nature of the beast. Quarterback is the most important position on this team. Quarterback leads the team. It doesn't matter if the quarterback does fantastic or if the quarterback does horrible. He is always in the crossfire. Look at Deshaun Watson, right? Led the league in passing yards. Their team went 4-12. Their team went 4-12. You can microanalyze what he's done, though. You can watch his game film and see what he's done. Same thing with Tua. There's games that we won because of Tua. The Arizona Cardinals game, we won because of Tua, because Tua marched us down the field consistently. The defense couldn't stop, Kyler Murray if their life depended on it. So Tua had to answer, and he answered back every time. We got that scoop and score touchdown to give us that 7 points. But other than that, it was Tua marching us down, getting field goal range, getting us in touchdown range, using his feet, scrambling, right? So there's there's that aspect. And I understand. And I'm making this video so people understand that fan base, we understand. Regardless if you want to or if you want to trade to and you think he's a bust, which you guys know how I feel about that. Kid played 10 games. Give him one more. Give him, for the people who want to get rid of Tua and think Tua is a bust, give him one more season. Yeah, Doug, but you just said, we missed out on all these players by giving Tannehill 7 seasons. Yes, but look at what Tannehill did with the team around him. Look at what Josh Allen did with the team around him. Look at what all these rookie quarterbacks who struggle did with the team around them. So there's the two ends of the spectrum. I always talk to you guys, especially the people who hate Tua. And if you just say he sucks and give no like constructive criticism, I tend to just breeze past it because I'm like, there's no talking about it. Like I've talked to a ton of people who don't want to, and they have fantastic reasonings. And I'm not like, your reasoning is wrong. I'm always just like, but what about this? Because when you say stuff to me, I'm like, okay, all right, that makes sense. Let me think about that. But let me give you a little tidbit to think about. It's a back and forth learning situation. So when it comes to Tua, I understand why we're so critical of him. But sometimes I feel like it's a little too soon to move on. And I say this, and I've said this time and time again, there are a ton of now Hall of Fame quarterbacks and now elite quarterbacks that if the team moved on because they had a struggling rookie season, and I know I'm going to bring up names and people in the comment section will be like, but they showed things, Doug. Josh Allen showed things. Josh Allen had the arm strength and the physicality and the legs to show something. Peyton Manning showed something, Doug. Tua didn't show me anything. Well, that's what the film breakdown is for, because I don't know what you guys are watching, but Tua showed me some things that I was like, we can build off of this. I already made a list of things that people don't like about Tua that we will talk about in that video. But like I said, if people would have moved on from Josh Allen, Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, they did move on from him. Steve Young, they did move on from him. See what happened? I'm not asking for 7 years, and I'm not saying we're going to give him 7 years. I've said this before, and I'll say it again. The Miami Dolphins are not giving Tua Tagovailoa 7 years. The Miami Dolphins probably won't give him 4 years if he doesn't progress. He needs to progress throughout the year. And he's done that. Yes, he's regressed a little bit with the Raiders game. The Buffalo Bills game was him just trying to do something. It's hard for you to have a game plan and consistently execute that game plan when your defense gave up 28 points in 10 minutes? You could say, well, Doug, they were on the field because of 3 and outs. You need to answer with 3 and outs. You need to stop the Bills. You need to give your offense more shots. Because if all of a sudden, if the Dolphins defense gives up all those points and the run game goes out the window, then all of a sudden some of the plays go out the window because you need to now score or this game's going to get out of hand, and it got out of hand. So Tua started forcing the ball and threw interceptions, which people wanted him to force the ball. But like I said throughout the whole video, I understand why we're critical. I totally get it. I'm super critical of Tua. Like I said, I'm not giving him 7 years. I might not even give him 3 years. If I don't see any progression next year, if I don't see him learning from his mistakes, which we've seen him do in game. Patriots game, he learned from his mistakes, he scored touchdowns. We've seen in game him learn from his mistakes. So I am fully confident he'll learn from his mistakes. But like I said, I kind of feel like I'm in the middle of the Tua hate and the Tua love. I'm in the middle because, for one, I need to be objective when it comes to making YouTube videos, because if I'm just kissing his butt the whole time, it's like, ugh, all right, well, he's not going to be objective. And if I hate him the whole time, people are just going to click off. He's not being objective. So got to be in the middle a little bit, especially doing this stuff. And I see it. I see both ends of the spectrum. Tua has a great personality. He does show things that will really resonate and help us win. But he also has struggled in some aspects, and he has this expectation that he needs to meet, which is unfair to him. He didn't set it. He didn't come out and say things, even though, he did say, I didn't think it'd be this easy, but I already talked about that and breaking that down, that he even said not playing, but the transition. But that's another story that I already talked about. But I'm now at this point, I'm just rambling. So yes, I understand why we were so critical of Tua. My whole thing is give him some time. 7 years? Hell no. But just Let's see if he can develop next year, and we'll move on from that. I hope you guys enjoy the video. Now, let's talk about the conference games this Sunday. We're going to talk about point spread, and then we get to you guys' comment of the day. Conference games. We have Tampa Bay heading to Green Bay. It's the first time Aaron Rodgers has played a conference game in Lambeau. That's how long it's been since the Green Bay Packers played a conference game in Lambeau. That is crazy. Green Bay is a 3.5-point favorite, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers will not have Antonio Brown. I'm rooting hard for Green Bay in this one, and I actually think that Green Bay is going to win this one. I think that their offense and the way they play and the way people underestimate how that home field advantage of Lambeau will really affect you. And they've played there, and it might be snowing. Tampa Bay, come on, it's Tampa Bay. So I'm picking Green Bay, both points and to win, just because of the aspect of how well Aaron Rodgers is playing. He needs to be NFL MVP. He's just playing that well, and the elements of the stadium. Then we have the Buffalo Bills heading to Kansas City to take on them Chiefs. From what I'm hearing, Patrick Mahomes has been practicing, so he should be good. Same with Tyreek Hill. If Patrick Mahomes wasn't playing, I'd give this game to Buffalo in a heartbeat. But with Patrick Mahomes playing, and I'm hearing he's good to go, I'm going to give this game to the Kansas City Chiefs. They are 3-point favorites. I think it'll be a push if you want to go point-wise. I don't think it's going to be a blowout one way or the other. But I do think the Chiefs, and I'm no offense to Buffalo, but I think it'd be fantastic to see Super Bowl 1 again, Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Green Bay Packers. So I'm going with the Kansas City Chiefs in that one. But be sure to comment below if this whole video talking about why we are critical of Tua. I hope you guys see that I understand where you're coming from, both ends of the spectrum. When it comes to the love, because obviously I wanted Tua, I'm rooting for Tua, I want him to get his chance. And the people who hate him, I understand where you're coming from. I just a little bit more understanding, I guess. I don't know, but I just hope you guys understand. Be sure to comment below. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think of everything I said about why we're critical of him, all that stuff. Be sure to comment below and give me your picks. Who's going to the Super Bowl? What's your Super Bowl? And let me get to comment of the day. Now, this comment, I pulled this off of, I think, last video, the video before that. And it comes from Simone Ent. I hope I said your name correctly. And it goes in with the theme of the video. And he says, Doug, what will your reaction be if we get Watson? And I don't think we will. The more I'm hearing things and the more I'm seeing that, who and this and that. I don't think we'll get Watson. But if you want my genuine reaction, if you want my, because you guys know I don't think it'll happen, but I'm not saying it won't happen. This is exactly how I'd react, and this is probably a spoiler to the video, if the Miami Dolphins traded for Deshaun Watson. You ready? This is how it would go. Well, I didn't see that coming. All right, well, Deshaun Watson is now our quarterback. Let's see what this kid can do, and let's see how they build around him. That would be my exact reaction to it. Not saying it won't happen, but it'd be a surprise. It'd be a little bit of a step back from what the Dolphins are doing, but it'd be a little bit of a surprise. I don't expect them to go after Deshaun Watson. I think that they're building through the draft. They're building through the young talent, and to go for Deshaun Watson is kind of putting a wrench in that plan that got us from 5 wins to 10 wins. So I don't see it happening. I think they'll give Tua more time. I'm also hearing that, if I'm Deshaun Watson, I'd want to go to a team that all they really need is a quarterback. Now, with the Miami Dolphins, and I will talk about this, biggest surprise and letdowns are coming out next week. Same with the Tua film breakdown. That's a horse in itself. If I'm Deshaun Watson, I'm going to a team that just needs a quarterback. Now, I would pick the Colts if I'm Deshaun Watson, but there's no way that the Texans are trading within the division. Maybe a team like the 49ers, the Bears. You see what I'm saying? If I'm Deshaun Watson, I don't even go to the Jets. I don't give a crap about the money. Jets are completely rebuilding. They don't have anything for me to flourish off of. I'm going through another 4-12 season because I have to put the team on my shoulders. If I'm Deshaun Watson, I'm tired of putting the team on my shoulders. Am I saying that the Dolphins would be that? No. I'm saying in the aspect of that's why he wants to go to Miami, supposedly, rumors. That's why he keeps dropping Miami's name, because Miami is about 3 or 4 pieces away from being that. We need offensive line help, defensive line help, wide receiver help, running back help, and I do want some linebacker help. So 5 pieces away. Deshaun Watson makes up for about 3 of those pieces. So we'd probably be about a 12-win team with Deshaun Watson. And I get it. But again, I told you, it's kind of taking a hitch in our giddy up when it comes to the plan. So if I'm Deshaun Watson, if the Dolphins aren't interested and the Dolphins don't make the move, I'm going for a team that is very close to potentially getting somewhere. Maybe the Carolina Panthers. And I also don't see the Texans trading within the division because then they're going to have to face Deshaun Watson or conference Deshaun Watson a lot. And I can see him probably going to an NFC team. Don't be surprised if it's like the Cowboys. Imagine it goes to the Cowboys. The Cowboys would be set if he went to the Cowboys. Don't be surprised. You know, their quarterback, Dak Prescott, he's not under contract. He was on a franchise tag. That's just a dark horse. Write that down. Dallas Cowboys might trade for Deshaun Watson. Jerry Jones might pull that trigger. But that's the video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like I said, I got a ton of videos. The biggest surprise and letdowns of the 2020 season. You guys wanted it in 2 separate videos. So you're going to get the biggest surprise video, and then you're going to get the biggest letdown video. Like I said, I'm also working on breaking down film of Tua Tagovailoa's rookie season. So that will be out soon. And I got a ton of other free agent prospects, targets, who should be signed, cut, drafts. And then when we get a new offensive coordinator, I'm going to talk about that and all that great stuff. So be sure to hit that subscribe button. But other than that, I'll see you guys in the next video. Let's go Chiefs and Packers. Like usual, guys, stay classy. Fins up.